Good morning.
Hey, what's up guys, it's YellowMotion here and welcome to this very special video of Tekken 7 because it finally happened. I got the chance to play Tekken 7 for the very first time. And guess what guys, it was amazing man, amazing. It was a 6-hour day drive. I drove over 500 kilometers just to get to Germany, to GamesCom 2016, just to play Tekken 7 for the very first time. GamesCom is like the E3 of Europe. It's the biggest gaming event of Europe basically. That's what GamesCom is, and Tekken 7 was there. It couldn't get any better than that because the Kingpin, the pimp himself, Lee Chaolan, was announced. I mean, it couldn't get any better than that. While I was driving, I got a bunch of mentions on Twitter. My Twitter feed just started to, blow with the mentions like, hey, release revealed, you were right. And now when I think of it, like Lee Chaolan being revealed at GamesCom in Germany must have something to do with the German article. I don't know, who gives a shit? Lee Chaolan is in Tekken 7, I'm very happy. I'm gonna talk about Lee in another upcoming video, along with the other characters that I've played and experienced during Gamescom 2016. I've got pretty lot of stuff to say about them, so it will come guys, don't worry. But besides Lee Chaolan man, the new story mode, Kid Kazuya, Claudio stage and much more were revealed and shown man. It was really great. The Tekken booth was amazing. I was truly amazed. Those huge CGI lifelike renders of Kazuya and Heihachi, a big ass Tekken 7 logo. Just when I walked in it was like truly amazing. I was like, oh shit, there it is, the game. Oh shit, look at that. Nice. There it is. Oh shit! There it is, the one and only Tekken 7! In the booth, there were 20 setups of Tekken 7, including a huge relaxed lounge set, man, with the customized Tekken 7 PC. And the most important thing, everybody had tons of fun, man, I'm telling you. Because on that day, I played Tekken 7 for several hours, and this was only a demo. Honestly guys, this game is so real and so hype. I'm gonna say this right now, it's gonna become legendary without a doubt. It's gonna become a legendary game. And we all know which other Tekken game has that legendary status. Tekken 3 of course. Ever since I played Tekken 3 man, I always wanted to meet Harada, and now it finally happened because I got to meet Harada and Michael Murray as well.
Mr. Katsuhiro Harada and Michael Murray.
Ja, ein großer Applaus ist das wert. Wunderbar, unser Übersetzer.
Well, I truly felt like a kid again, man. It was just great, man. Fantastic, amazing, marvelous, and the most important of all, it was excellent. And truly one of those unforgettable days that I will always cherish in my lifetime. And you know what happens when you're having tons of fun? Time flies by, and before I knew it, the day was over, and I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. It was like, alright, there's nothing more to do, Gamescom is closed, let's drive home again. My Gamescom for 2016 was basically over. And then back at home I was like, oh well, at least I'm gonna share my moments with you guys and make a video about it like I'm doing right now, right? But then several days later, at one morning, I woke up and said to myself, damn, 2017 is still several months away. So I'll go to GamesCom again and play some Tekken 7. So again, a 6-hour drive, 500 kilometers just to play Tekken 7. And believe me man, I've never done something like this before for a game. And when I arrived there, because this was on a Saturday in the weekend, I mean literally the waiting line for Tekken 7 was hours. It was like literally 2.5 to 3 hours. Just look at this line, it was truly insane. I was like, what? So many people are waiting to play this game? I knew why they all wanted to play this game, because I mean holy shit, this game is so much fun. It really delivers, and luckily I could go right in and enjoy the action thanks to Bandai Namco. I mean, come on, where do I begin to talk about Tekken 7 during Gamescom? I'm gonna say this right now, let's begin, although this is a joke guys, this is a joke, but this game should have been called Tekken 7 Faded Renaissance, or Tekken 7 Faded Rebirth, or even Tekken 7 Faded Resurrection. Why? Because it's new, it's fresh, it's fun, it's very innovative, but most importantly, it's still Tekken. It's still the Tekken game you know and you're gonna love. It truly is a new age. Why do I say a new age constantly? Because I haven't talked about new age yet, and this game knows what it's doing. It's in a new age. And let me tell you man, if Tekken 3, Tekken Tag Tournament 1, or Tekken 5 were one of your most favorite, most played, and most enjoyed Tekken games of all time, then you're gonna love this game. You're gonna instantly fall in love with this game. This game will truly deliver to you, man. But why do I mention those 3 games? Because this game truly captures those moments. Because while I was playing, I was like, memories started to came up. Like, I've never had so much fun when I played, you know, the last time I played Tekken 3 or Tekken Tag 1 or Tekken 5. And you know how this game is? Like, I'm talking kind of randomly, but it's almost like, you know, that one scene from Star Wars The Force Awakens when Han Solo talks about Luke, and he's like, you know, the crazy thing is, it's all true, the Force, the Jedi, all of it. It's all true, you know. And this game is exactly like that. Like, everything you've heard about this game, everything you've seen about this game, everything you think this game is going to be, like you're thinking, you're hoping it is going to be, it will deliver. It's exactly like that. It may be even better for you. Some things maybe exceed your expectations like it did for mine. Maybe you've watched tons of streams, tons of matches, and you're like, I know this game, how this game works. No, you're not. You haven't played this game. If you're gonna play this game, it's gonna feel new and fresh. I've watched hours of footage and streams, but when I play this game, I was like, what is this game? It's like I've never seen this game. I have to get familiar with myself with this game. It truly is. If you're right now, you're thinking like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of everybody when I play the first time of Tekken 7. No, you're not. You're lying to yourself. You need some practice. You're gonna get used to the mechanics with the system again. Get the look and the feel of this game before you're actually like, okay, now I'm ready to go kick some ass. I'm not saying it's gonna take hours or so, but it truly feels like a new Tekken game. Like, so much innovative stuff in there. Alright, so let's talk a bit about the story mode. And just to be clear guys, the demo that I played on Gamescom, it's basically the exact same version as the special build of E3 of this year. And obviously I'm gonna talk about this in a nutshell. I want to talk very briefly about the story mode of Tekken 7, because the amount of info, the amount of things I saw, the amount of things I want to talk about this mode, and things that are even revealed, you know, the Claudio images, his stage, Kid Kazuya, basically everything. I want to talk in a separate video, but I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts about the story mode. So it's exactly the same as we saw at E3. We see Akuma pumping up the door, we see Akuma coming in, and basically they're gonna fight. The first thing that I noticed was the sidestep. You had to push the action button to do sidestep. But one thing I knew from the E3 where Michael Murray was telling, he was like, hey, that is just a suggestion. So it means you can either block, you can probably jump or whatever, but strangely enough, I couldn't do that in this version. But besides that, if you see what happens, like when you see the cinematic of Heihachi and Akuma fighting and you start the battle, you can see that their lives at the current state, and you can see that Heihachi was pretty beaten up by Akuma. So you kind of start with a disadvantage, right? And then it's basically kind of 3 phases of the story mode, and each time you have to beat your character until there's only 30% left of your life bar, which is basically the orange bar. And once that happens, Akuma will switch, he will see his cool stuff, Heihachi will too, and then round 2 will begin. You have to do the same as that, and after that he's gonna do his special ultra move, his ultra, fireball. If you miss that, you're basically screwed. And I'm gonna show you why. And after that, you fight him again, and then the sequence activates. Then you do your rage art, and boom, we see the cinematic. Game is done. This flew by really fast. It was like really fun to do, and it was actually the first mode I played to kind of get myself into the game itself and see how this translates as well, right? So right after that I did my second playthrough, and at that playthrough I was like, now I'm gonna have some fun, I'm gonna try some stuff out and see how that works. So the first thing I was like, okay, I'm not gonna dodge Akuma's fireball. What happens? As you can see, the fireball hits me, I got wrecked, and you basically even start in a last disadvantage pose, right? So then the battle continues, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what happens next, right? And then at one point, I'm gonna see if I can beat Akuma before his sequence activates, right? I'm gonna see if I can fully knock him out. What happens then, right? But then I discovered you can't do that. And right after that, I was like, what happens if I don't activate the rage art? And it cancels, so there's nothing for you to do besides activate your rage art. And I've tried this a couple of times to see like, is there something going to happen? I even tried to see if I could grab Akuma. Obviously nothing happened, so I had to eventually activate the rage art. And while testing stuff out, I couldn't help myself to just watch and enjoy the amazing looking graphics of this game. You can really feel the atmosphere, the sparks, the dust, the wind, the fire, the heat, the progression of the slowly burning dojo while you're fighting with that kick-ass abandoned temple music. And before I show you the playthrough of Akuma and its differences to playing as with Heihachi, I'll show you what happens if you do nothing at all against Akuma's last charging fireball. Boom! I got wrecked. Did you just see what happened? And the only thing for you to do is to attack, because you cannot evade this. You're gonna get wrecked by this ball, right? Let's watch that again. Also notice how Akuma's EX meter fully charges, which is basically the time you have before he will unleash his ultimate power.
KO.
and if you lose, you actually have to do everything again, which is kind of good, because when you're playing, you're like, oh, that's easy, but hey, if you lose, you have to do the entire segment again, which in this demo was on very easy, so that's not much noticeable, but I can imagine on a very hard difficulty, it can be tricky in different situations. Now let's have a look at the differences if you are playing as Akuma. The main big difference is, for you as the player will be playing as Akuma, because after all he's a Street Fighter character and is completely transferred in a Tekken world, so he plays exactly like a Street Fighter character, just as he plays in his own games. So you have your Hadoukens, your Shoryukens, your demon flips, your raging demons, you have everything. So the first thing is that Heihachi automatically dodges your fireball and it goes straight into the action and you have to fight him. Fight! And as you can see, you as Akuma also have a bit more health available at the beginning, because after all in the cinematics, he beat up Heihachi pretty bad. So just like playing as Heihachi, you have your 3 different phases where you have to, beat your opponent until the cinematic activates and it proceeds to the next phase. And just like Akuma's third final phase where he will unleash his fireball, the exact same thing happens with Heihachi. And if you don't do nothing, he will strike on you and he will take the entire life. You're left with chip damage and that's basically it. And unlike Akuma's EX meter, you can see that Heihachi's life starts to regenerate, which wasn't the case with Akuma, and this is also the time you have to beat Heihachi before he will unleash that truly charged iron fist up in your face. And after that, if you intercept Heihachi, you can finally press the Rage Art buttons, which goes immediately into the Rage Art of Akuma, which immediately triggers the cutscene of Akuma doing the Raging Demon on Heihachi. Whereas if you play as Heihachi, you do your own Rage Art, and then Akuma stands back up and he does his Raging Demon against you. So as you can see from the demo that I experienced, it has linear story-driven gameplay with some variations depending on which character you are playing, and it's mostly about the experience that you have if you play with Heihachi or if you play with Akuma. It totally depends on your experience. I hope that in the final game there are more of this features with variations with different outcomes, but the demo itself gives a huge potential to what the full story mode for Tekken 7 can be. I mean, everything from the gameplay, mechanics, the story execution. From the things that I've experienced from the story mode, I have a clear picture and maybe even a too much crazy concept of what the gameplay mechanics and the story execution of this game will be. Ever since the E3 footage, it has given me a lot of ideas of what route they are going to take and how they are going to apply the story mode into Tekken 7, especially for the conclusion of the Mishima Saga. Just most recently with the reveal of Kid Kazuya and Claudio's stage, they kind of pretty much confirmed the concept and idea that I had from the beginning, which I want to talk more in the next upcoming video. If you're playing it, you're like, oh man, I wish this or that is going to be added in the final game, and then suddenly you're like, wait a minute man, I mean, this is the very first time I'm enjoying and I'm experiencing Tekken like this. It has always been like, play the arcade mode, beat the game, you get your ending, right? But this is really like, I can't express myself enough, and it has really given me a lot of ideas of what the eventual story mode will be, and I can't wait to tell you my thoughts. But honestly guys, I mean, this game, or better yet say this demo that I played of Tekken 7, I mean, it's huge. When I played the demo, I didn't have a feeling like I was playing a demo, to be honest. I've experienced so much things and I've only talked about the gameplay breakdown, but I have a lot of things that I want to talk with you guys about, the characters, about the mechanics, about how the game feels, how it plays like it doesn't play at all like Tekken 6 or like Tekken Tag 2. It's a new Tekken game, that's all I can say, and these are topics that I'm going to talk about in other upcoming videos when I can give you more thoughts about how the game feels, how it plays, the characters, the designs, everything. They have so much flavor and so much tone to them, you know what I mean? The graphics of this game are another topic in itself. They are truly amazing. This game looks truly insane. It's the best looking 3D fighter you've ever seen. I was just literally amazed by the graphics because they look so freaking amazing. Even this video that you're seeing right now on YouTube doesn't represent the full graphics, the beauty of what Tekken 7 is. So yeah guys, that was it for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, so let me know in the comments what are your thoughts about Tekken 7 itself. Are you hyped? It's only 6 months or less away until the game comes out on consoles, man. And also, have you played Tekken 7 yourself? Were you at GamesCom? What was your experience? Was it the same? Have you tried story mode out? Were you also there at GamesCom? Because I saw a lot of people and I talked to a lot of people as well, so let me know in the comments what your experience was with Tekken 7. How much did you play it? What did you think of it? What were your first impressions about the game? Are you really hyped for this game? Everything that I've said, is it correct or not? Did it do the same thing for you or not? Let me know in the comments below. So guys, all I can say right now is this game is definitely hype. It's gonna be an instant buy. Once you play this game, you will instantly fall in love with this game. And look, all I can say is that if you have the chance to go at an event, to go at an expo, you definitely should do it. You definitely should go and try Tekken 7. It won't let you down, that's all I can say. And we have great events lined up and many more in this upcoming months. Tokyo Game Show is just around the corner and man, it's gonna be big, so you better look forward to Tokyo Game Show. We're gonna have tons of Tekken 7, that's a guarantee, so definitely look forward to that. Once again, thanks for watching, thanks for enjoying it, if you enjoyed it of course, and look forward to the next videos guys, it's gonna be an awesome month. And as always, my name is YellowMotion and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.